Acting?
Acting.
Hi, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Tiana.
We're two working actors. We happen to be women.
We happen to be Black. Sometimes that matters.
And sometimes it doesn't. Either way,
we're here to talk about all things acting, from personal experiences
to the industry itself, and of course our love of the craft.
So join us as we chat with each other, as well as the occasional acting friend, as we talk about all things
acting. Welcome back. What?
Yes. Hey, guys.
I'm excited. Episode, what is this, 3?
Yeah.
Where has the time gone?
Wow, we've been consistent for 3 weeks.
And that's...
And it's holiday season. Like, do we not have anything better to do? No.
As I look at like the pile of gifts that I like have not even begun to wrap, it's fine.
Oh, that's nice.
It's fine. Yeah.
Are you a wrapper or like a bag?
I prefer a bag. I love a bag. I'll buy like a little bundle and then I'm like, great, everybody has a bag. But every once in a while you have a gift that's too big for a bag. Yeah. This year I think everything I can put into a bag because we're budgeting, so everybody's getting little things. So yeah, I think everything I got this year is going into a bag. But yeah, I prefer bags. What about you?
Okay. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell you the last time I bought Christmas gifts. I'm like,
I respect it.
The gift is a phone call. So,
hi,
how you doing? Checking in.
Wish I did that, but I feel like I've been doing this for too many years that like I've committed myself, right? Like I've locked in. Yes. So it's like now people are expecting me. And I'm not to say like if I said, hey guys, not this year, like everybody would obviously be fine, but it's like I'm not gonna be fine because in my mind they resent me because they're like, damn, this bitch, she didn't get us a gift. Does she really care? Obviously no one's thinking that.
Yeah.
But you know.
No, I feel that. I used to do that in like high school.
Yeah.
I would get my friends gifts and I would like have all their bags set up and stuff and then like they didn't really care, so I stopped.
And that's valid. Like literally it's just like I think my best friend, because she is like a crazy gift giver, like she's really, really good at it. So like I feel like I have to step up a little
in that instance, yes.
You know, and then like my family, and then I think 1 or 2 other friends that also tend to consistently get me gifts. But other than that, like it's like a mutual thing. Like if you don't already get me a gift, I'm not getting you a gift.
Yes. No, yes. Yeah, because I'm like that too. Like on the flip side, I'm like, no, like you don't need to get me anything. So, like I'm not giving you anything. Please don't give me anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, or like if anything, like a card. You know, it doesn't need to be anything. I think cards are, you know, they can be sweet.
I do appreciate cards more.
Yeah.
Like I feel like now I would be the type that would hang cards up.
Oh. Like so are you because I'm always curious like what people's card habits are, because some people just throw them in the trash. I can't, like I physically cannot. But I also don't like leaving them out forever. So like do you leave them out for a certain amount of time, or do you like leave them out all year and then just replace them with next year's cards?
It depends on if I think you care or not. Like if like in the message it sounds like you don't care, which is fine, I'm throwing it away.
Okay.
But like if it's some sentimental thing, like you know how, okay, so I leave jobs, not a lot, but like I'm definitely a job hopper. And so I get cards from like, you know, the team will give you cards and stuff. So that stuff is like really inspirational.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I'll keep it. If it's,
they get real nice ones.
Yeah.
Or when like everyone signs them and then they're like, I don't want to lose everybody's, you know, little message.
Yeah, because then it's like a memento.
Yeah.
Of, you know, that time period. So yeah, I think I'll definitely like the older I get, I'll keep cards more. I used to throw them out though. I'm like, I don't want this. Like, where's the money? Like,
you know? Right? Like you spent $5 on this card. That's $5 that could have been gone to me. Okay.
Just give me the 5. Just cash at me. You know what I mean?
Just skip all the
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Other than that, any other check-ins? How's your week been? How's your mental?
Yeah. You know what's so funny? I feel like it's getting busier. Like I have rehearsals more often now. Like, so my whole week is a blur.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anything that happened in the day. Like everything is
And
just kind of
because you're
running
just
together.
jumping from one into the other, right? Like you go from work
Literally.
to rehearsal, then you
Yes.
go from rehearsal to work, and then you go from
Literally.
work to rehearsal, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm living for, rehearsal time. It's been really fun. But
Good.
yeah, so it's good. I mean, it's great. It snowed here this past week.
Yes. Oh my God, did it ever snow? More snow
Yeah.
than we've seen in like I think 5 years.
Literally, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I moved to this area a year ago, basically, exactly. And it
Yeah.
snowed, but it didn't stay. It like it was there
Gone the
for
next day, I think.
literally,
Yeah. Like
literally.
and it wasn't even a full inch. It was like dusting.
Yeah. No, this snow this time had me like cleaning off my car for half an
Mm-hmm.
hour. And then when I
Mm-hmm.
left, it still wasn't fully clean, but I had decided that I'm not going anywhere. After that, I was like, I'm done. I'll just
Yeah.
stay in the house. I don't need
Yeah.
to spend any money anyway. I don't know what I was thinking. So,
There you go. Mother Nature was doing you a solid, actually.
right? Isn't
Mm-hmm.
that crazy
Mm-hmm.
how she just,
She knows. She knows. Yeah, no, that's so valid though. Like I remember I was driving to work, I think on what was that, Sunday?
yeah.
And literally
Yep.
my car was still covered in snow, but I was
Yeah.
I had to go. And so I'm like,
Yes.
my car's covered in snow. And I'm like, okay, I hope these people don't think I'm like crazy. But like then I saw everybody else's cars were
Yeah.
out. And then I saw the cars that were clean. And I'm like, what the hell did you do to get your car spotless? Like maybe the tiniest little bit of
Mhm.
ice hanging off of something. And it was like
Mhm.
the snow just happened like 30 minutes ago.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, I was unprepared.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
do you get your cats gifts?
No.
Really?
I have
Okay.
five. That's so
Okay.
many.
Yeah, their gift is definitely shelter and
hmm And food. When I put that food in their bowl every night, yep,
right.
exactly. Merry Christmas.
Literally. That's so funny. Okay, I just randomly thought about that.
Wait, do you get Kitty Boo Boo?
No, it's been a while.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
we would all like growing up, my cats would always get like a stocking. You know the pet stocking?
Oh, yeah. We used to do that for my dogs.
Yeah, like cat food
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would always do that. But no. Like a
She's
pack of
fine.
hair ties, like she'll be fine. Like
Please let me give a pack of hair ties to my girl. Literally the only thing, like all these toys in the house, but she loves herself a hair tie.
yeah. Or like a cardboard box when I
Mm,
bought her several beds. Just to
No,
relax.
but nothing touches that box. Nothing's quite like it.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, speaking of rehearsals, what are we talking about? We are talking about, yes, okay, that's what we're talking about. Theater
What?
versus screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Since you're doing your rehearsals as of right now are for theater.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have to say I prefer theater right now.
hmm
I just love the live aspect of it. Like I just it's so fun to kind
Yeah.
of keep living with it for a little bit longer. I think that's a key too for me is that I get to spend more time with a character and a cast. And you almost build a different story without changing the words. Like build a different story by the end of the run than you had at the
Interesting.
beginning of the rehearsal schedule. And
Yeah.
I love that. I love like the evolution of stuff. I love watching my scene partners like change, certain things, like small things, but make
hmm
so much of a difference. And
hmm
it's a different performance every night. So far, theater is definitely my favorite. Screen is cool, but screen just ends so abruptly for me,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. And that's so valid because like you said, it's like once you're done with that scene, like you don't go back to it. You don't touch it again. It's like, great,
Yeah.
take three. That was the one. We're done with it. Like
Mhm.
you don't see it again. And it's funny that you say that because what I what it makes me think of when you said how theater by the end of the run of the show, it's almost a different story than what you started with, right? Or like
Mhm.
where you guys first started. And it makes me think of how when we're practicing for screenplays and like we're doing
Yeah.
auditions, or even if we're just running a scene in class, it's like the more times we do it, the more moments we find, and we keep finding those moments,
Yeah.
which can change the context, can change
Yes.
how we're applying ourselves.
Yes.
And what's interesting to me is like I found in things that I've done, or even just in class scenes that I've done, I'll want to keep working on it because there will be
Yes.
other moments that I'll start noticing, or I'll start
Really.
like being like, oh, I really want to do it again just so I can do that. But because it's screen, we don't have that opportunity. Whereas with theater, to your
Yeah.
point, you kind of do, because if you're running a show for 3 weeks and you're
Yeah.
practicing for 6 weeks, it's like you have all this opportunity to really
Yeah.
sit with it and let it marinate and find like every little moment possible.
Literally, and then, like and that's just with, like, community theater that maybe,
Mm-hmm.
like, from audition to close, you have 3 or 4 months, but, like, once that's done, you can go find another theater in your area, I promise
Mm-hmm.
you, that is doing the same show, and you can do it all over again, or if you make it to the top of the top of the top, those
Mm-hmm.
contracts last for a bit, right?
Yes, they do. Those Broadway
Oh,
contracts, girl, like months long.
but can I just tell you, what a dream to be able to stick that long with one character. Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing to me.
So like you don't because like then my only concern is like I would be scared that I would grow bored, and I think that's what I like about film and like screen acting,
Mhm,
is
mhm.
because it gives me a chance to like almost do as much as possible, like try all these different characters on for
That's a good
size
point.
kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, you know what would be cool then, which kind of like merges the two, what we're talking about specifically in terms of time,
Mhm.
is to book a series regular on like a series that you know is going to last for 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
And then you can kind of stay with that character, follow the arc, do all that good stuff. But the
yeah.
problem is, I don't know if anyone else knows this, it doesn't happen like that. You know, because by
Right.
the way, the work it takes or the opportunity, the luck it takes to even get to book a series regular, and then there's no promise that it's going to last beyond the pilot,
Beyond the pilot.
maybe a
Okay.
season or two,
Maybe. Yeah.
like it's
Like
difficult.
the amount of work and the amount of steps between starting a project and
Hmm.
ending a project or working on a project, there are so many chances, especially in screen, there are so many chances for it to just full on stop. That's it.
Literally.
It just stops. Funding ran out.
Yeah.
No one's available. They don't want the network. Like say if you do have a show, say the pilot does get bought, say all the pieces fall into place,
Yeah.
and then at the last minute, for whatever reason, some studio exec somewhere says, actually, we don't need it. Actually, there's no room on our lineup. All that
Or
work.
they could be like, yeah, we like this. Let's recast this role though. Like, dang, that's crazy. Yo, I was watching this reality show where it's like, one of the, I think it's called, oh, it's Hollywood Divas. So it's like,
Mm.
yeah, it's these actresses or whatever. And I was literally just watching the clip where one of them booked something and they got to the table read for the pilot
Mm-hmm.
and got dismissed. But the problem is they had told everyone they were going to be in this, and they were having a conversation about basically how, they're veterans in
Mm-hmm.
the game. And so they were saying, like, look, you don't tell people you book something or that you're in something until you are at the premiere, because there's too many steps for things to go wrong, like you said, for stuff that isn't even in your control to affect
Mm-hmm.
your position there. Like, you know what I mean? Like that has to be so scary.
Legitimately, and like that's why like on this project that we worked in the fall with Dominic,
Mhm.
it was, I did not tell anyone about that. I literally
Yeah.
did not tell. I told maybe my mom because like she was gonna wonder where I was, and I
Uh-huh.
think I told like maybe obviously and I think I told
Yeah.
like maybe one or two people from class, and I told Brian, our acting coach. That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone because like in my mind this is not real until we are on set filming. Until I am
Listen.
in there and I am reading my lines and the camera is in my face, this does not exist. And like
Yeah.
that is just the reality of screen acting, unfortunately.
Yeah. I like moving like that too, regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that too,
Like
yeah, right.
there's just certain stuff I'm like, I won't even mention it until I know, like until it's already underway. Just
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I don't want to have conversations with people if something goes wrong. I don't want to have to
Exactly.
talk about it with someone outside of the world.
Who already is in
Yeah.
it.
'Cause you know what happens? I feel like sometimes that will give someone an opportunity to say, "Well, hey, like acting, like you might not wanna," and it's like that's this is a part of what's
We don't
going
need
on here.
any of that.
Like,
Yes,
this is a part of the process. So it's like, I don't
exactly.
wanna hear that. I don't even
Exactly.
wanna have a conversation about that. Like, you
I
know.
mean, just in general to that point, yeah, I haven't. It took me. I think I didn't tell my best friend, mind you, like she's been my best friend for 20 years. I did
Mhm.
not tell my best friend that I was taking acting classes until like a year after I started taking acting classes.
Relatable.
I
Yep.
wanted no outside influence. Again, my mother knew because I live at home and she needs to
Mhm.
know where I am. But
Yeah.
like I told her I don't want anyone in the family to know. I don't want
Yeah.
any of her friends to know. I
Yes.
literally do not want anyone to know that I am doing this until one, I've decided that I'm committing to it,
Yeah.
and two, like I start doing like it was such a slow
Mhm.
rollout because
Yeah.
I didn't want their opinions. I just didn't want to hear it,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly. It's so funny. Didn't we have this conversation in class with Brian?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember telling him, I was like, I won't even give people the opportunity to like ask me about like, oh, you're acting, so like have I seen you in anything?
Yes.
That's it
No.
just doesn't work like that.
No.
Okay. Like,
Or like, oh, what have you been in? Nothing. You would know, my love. I'm so
girl,
sorry.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I mean,
It's all a part of it.
yeah. It is all worth it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about theater versus screen, I know obviously we met in our screen acting class.
Yes.
We've both been taking it for several years at this point.
Yeah.
So have you taken, this is a stupid question, I already know the answer, but it's for the podcast. Um, a theater class and like a theater acting class. And is it something that like you want to do? Like, have you been looking to it? Like what's,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Literally, it's on my list.
yeah,
I think I need to find I need to stop acting to go like I need to finish my plays first
okay,
and then book a class. Cuz
yeah.
right now it's almost like the performance is the obvious like you're doing it so much
Hmm.
that it is the class for right now. So I think what the plan is going forward is if I'm not in something that I should try to find some type of class or workshop to kind of keep me involved in it. And
Hmm.
although I would love to do theater, if I can't find a theater class, I don't mind, still doing screen because I do feel like I for sure get something out of the screen class that we're in,
Yeah.
but there are certain details and nuanced performances that I don't think I can perfect in a screen class like
Hmm.
I want to for theater specifically. So
Yeah.
that's definitely on the list because you said you wanted to do one, right?
I literally want to do a theater class so bad,
Yeah.
because I've never done theater. I've never done stage anything, and I've always been interested in it. Um, it feels like every single time I've tried, like something for whatever reason just hasn't worked. Either my schedule, the timing,
Yeah.
the money, like it just didn't work. But I
Yeah.
feel like because stage acting is so, I mean, it's still acting, but it's so vastly different, or it feels vastly
Yeah.
different from screen acting because, like, you really
Literally.
have to be so much more physical and you have to be a more physical actor when
Yeah.
you're on stage because, like, Brian always says in class, like, don't indicate because the camera picks up everything. So you
Mhm.
don't have to indicate, like, it's going to be implied in how you're saying it, your facial
Yeah.
expression, the context of the situation versus stage acting where it's like, you do have to be big. You do have to, like,
Yeah.
indicate essentially like if I'm like looking around, like I have to really look around,
Yes.
and it's like that is, well, I can do it and I've gotten there. Like the last play that I auditioned for, like it felt really good. I felt really good about it at the callback, but I still know there's a part of me that is holding myself back because
Yeah.
I'm not naturally that big of a person.
Yes. Yes.
So, and that's like really what I want to take a theater class for, is to essentially unlock that part of myself because like
Yeah.
theater, I know like the exercises that they do, they're meant to kind of break you, not break you down, that sounds so violent, but like, you know,
No, yeah,
like kind of like crack open that vulnerability so you can stop caring about how big you're being, because
literally.
unfortunately I'm prone to overthinking and getting in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so funny because, like, I feel like everything I've been a part of in the past year or so, I or someone around me has gotten the feedback that we weren't making big enough, uh,
Interesting.
what was I saying? Decisions or, whatever
Like
may happen.
movements, like just like
So
being.
everything. And so we would always get the directive like, okay, so let's make it extremely goofy, like
Mm-hmm,
extremely exaggerated so
mm-hmm,
that we can then pull it back. Like even the rehearsal I just did earlier today, like we were talking a lot about dialects and
mm-hmm,
it's specific to a different area and also a different century. And so the feedback was, okay, you guys are speaking modern, but I need you to speak like Philly in 1850, 1860. So to get there, to get you more comfortable with breaking out of your habit, the director had us do a British accent, which isn't obviously that's not what the accent is, but she had to break us away from like our cadence that we were so used to and get us closer to what she wants to do. So that's a process in itself, but I feel like for people that are trained in theater, they're able to make those decisions without having to go
right,
to the extreme first and then pull it back.
right,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I feel like that's definitely something we can pick up over time.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely like, I mean, it's because acting is a muscle, like anything, it's a
Yeah.
muscle, and you have to
Yeah.
stretch it, and the more you do it, the more you get
Yes.
comfortable, and you know how to
Um,
like access those things. I think it's like the formal training that I'm like
yeah.
really like, I just, and then also because like our class, like we don't focus on specific techniques, we kind of just like
Yes.
blend them all together, and like we do
Yes.
like screen study and whatnot and script
Yeah.
analysis.
Mhm.
So I would really like to like dig in to specific styles, because I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we know about them, we've read about them, we watch videos about them, but like to
Yeah.
actually like practice them in a setting, like a class
Yeah.
setting, you know.
Yeah.
And then actually, wait, so I'll put a button in it. Your rehearsal, I wanted to ask about that. How'd that go? Because this was only your third one, right? For this one, for this project.
Yeah, and the one I just did was really about like developing the character backstory more, and it was actually really, really good. It gave me a lot
Yeah.
of insight because it was a one-on-one.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So it wasn't like with all the cast, you know what I mean? And we were all
Oh,
kind of doing different meeting with her separately. So that was actually really good. It was
yeah, that
good.
sounds, compared to how the last one went, and like where it was like she was giving you guys a lot of feedback and like what she expected from you guys. It sounds
Mhm.
like this was like it gave you a chance to really kind of hash out like more of those details and like really kind of understand where she was coming from, because I know like we've talked about it before, but like it was you're just kind of like, oh, we just don't know. We just didn't know. Like,
I think, and you know what's funny? I feel like like I'm saying every, this is only like my fourth thing that I've been involved in, but like it all kind of has the same structure where it's like there's that period of time where it feels like the director and whoever else is there is frustrated because the actor hasn't found the voice or the thing, but it's like, okay, it's the second or third week. We literally just auditioned like 2 weeks ago. Like we have to spend some time with this. And that
right,
like it always pays off in the end. But I
right.
personally, I've learned about myself is that I just have to spend time with the character and not necessarily just at home memorizing the lines and stuff like that. Like I need to actually be doing the scene multiple times over several weeks, i.e., rehearsal,
Mm-hmm,
to get
mm-hmm.
into the character, to find the voice, to find the moments and things like that. And then, I'm good. But the first couple of weeks, it's always kind of
Yeah.
stressful, you
It's
know?
like you're finding like the you're getting comfortable, you're like finding the place that you want to be in, and like
Yeah,
I feel like finding your relationship with the director and the rest of the cast, and
that too, because you're like building all of
yeah,
that too. So it's like you gotta kind of, yeah, you have to find everything.
yeah,
And but
yeah.
like you said though, it's like a muscle. Like I'll get into that quicker the
Mm-hmm,
more I do it, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
fun stuff.
Always, always. I'm really looking forward to starting class back up because I haven't been doing anything and I haven't like it's so kind of so what you said earlier about like if you're not working on something you want to be in a class, like that's like
Yeah.
kind of where I'm at right now of like okay, I'm not doing anything, so like
Mhm.
I need to go back to class. I need to start like, like
Yeah.
being in that environment again. Also, it's so therapeutic. Like, can we just talk about
Yes.
like how incredibly therapeutic acting is as a whole? Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely, everyone I talk to and like that I tell about the, I'm like, why don't you take it? Why don't you do it? Like, you don't want to be an
Yeah.
actor? Who cares? Take an acting class. Like, it's so
Yeah.
there's something so just I don't know, like fulfilling about like the act of acting. um,
Yeah.
and I really want to be back in class, yeah, or like just
I
doing it
think
again.
specifically with our class, it's such a safe space. It's turned out to be such a safe space for a lot of us because one, the people there are like really like we're all chill. Like
Mhm.
you like we're it's not like a judgmental space like that. And most of us are serious about this. And so it's like such a supportive environment. It's something that, like you said, like a lot of us don't really talk to our family about or our friends
Yeah.
about because it's not something that they really get or that they're into. So
Mhm.
it's become such a safe space for people to come to. You know, the work week was terrible. The world was terrible.
Mm.
But we can come and act and we can do this scene and we can talk about, performance and watch our friends grow as actors. I
Yes.
mean, so
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely get that. But can I ask you a question though?
Of course.
Would you do instead of like an acting class,
Mhm.
like maybe something else, like a director's workshop or like a playwriting class. I took a playwriting class and it was over Zoom because it was like right after the pandemic. And I feel
Mm.
like even stuff like that, even though you're not actually acting, it gives you a different perspective.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think
Mhm.
that's still helpful. Would you do
Yes.
something like that?
Absolutely. Actually, yeah, because genuinely I like filmmaking in general. Like we like
Yeah.
filmmaking in general.
Yeah.
Um so I absolutely would do something like that. And I think it absolutely to answer your question, I think it would still kind of give me that sense of fulfillment that I'm looking for because I feel like I'm doing something in
Yeah.
service of my right.
Yes.
Like I
Yes.
love doing things in service of my craft and I love
Yes.
doing things even if it's not like a direct correlation like yes and like a writing like even if it was just like a creative writing class it didn't have to be
Yeah.
like specific to filmmaking
Right.
or something. It's
Yeah.
just like something like that and like
Mhm.
yeah, so to answer your question, yes, would you or no, I guess you did because you said you took
Yeah.
the directing workshop or no writing workshop.
No, yeah, I just did writing. I haven't gotten to I wanna do everything if I can do, like, everything, if my funds were unlimited, I would
One
do,
day.
like, literally anything. I
Yeah.
really wanna do a stage combat class because
Really?
I really do wanna be in a Shakespeare play
Okay.
and, a lot
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
of action there, so I would
that's gonna
love
be
to
like
be
the
to walk in and be like, "Yeah, also I took this stage combat class 1
mhm.
and 2, so, like, I know how to use a sword, you know?"
Heck
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh my
I do.
god, see that's like those like that's like such a niche class that I didn't even consider in my brain of like, yeah, that is totally something you can take a class for and
Yeah,
probably should if you want to because you do like you love Shakespeare.
right. Yeah. And also so thinking back to the playwriting class that I was in, it was interesting because it gave me a lot of insight into like the do's and the don'ts of writing stage directions.
Mm.
And granted, that was a little bit different, for theater versus, screen, but like how much direction you should give an actor. Like those conversations that we would have, it was like 10 or 15 of us. And the instructor was basically saying, you don't want to paint your actor into a bot like they have to do these steps. You don't want to write every step that they take in between dialogue. Like that's too much for them and you should really give them some sort of leeway.
Mhm.
And I remember that conversation because when I read plays now, I'll say to myself, that's too like what that's too much.
Really?
And then I'm like, girl, who are you to talk about this play like this? But then I'm thinking, like, sometimes I need to memorize the lines, but you
Mhm.
have a paragraph of stage directions.
Mhm.
And sometimes the stage is not going to be the same for every
Right.
theater. So sometimes we might not even have like a desk to sit a coffee mug on before I say this to this person, or you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I think, classes that are adjacent to acting are definitely helpful if you want to stay in it and maybe want to break her a little bit from,
Yeah, like
actually,
a regular acting class.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's such a good point. And it's like, in honestly, it kind of speaking back to like in service of the craft, even if you
yeah,
aren't interested in filmmaking, I think
yeah,
classes like that, they give you like or any honestly any learning material like that, it gives you that perspective as an actor of like, well, what is the creator what is going through their mind as they're
yeah.
watching me? Like I don't know, like it's like I read a playwriting book, and mind you, I'm not a stage actor, I'm not a play actor or a playwriter, but I loved it because just seeing how the story is broken down and like reading these tips on how to create a well-rounded story, it's like
Mhm.
I when I go in to like to a scene, like I know how to approach it, so I'm servicing the script, like it's
Yes,
like
yes. Because that's important. Stuff like that is important to know too,
mhm,
because you don't want to walk in with a mindset that the words don't matter. Because to some
right,
people, some directors, some writers, you do need to be word perfect. And it's important to understand that. But also, like, generally, what we've been understanding lately is that sometimes you don't have to be word perfect, but you need to understand what the line is saying so you don't
right,
change the context of the scene. You know what I mean?
right.
But just having that humbleness about you to say, well, someone else wrote this
Mhm,
and this is what they intended it to be. And going in with that attitude, and then also knowing that things might change and that you need to adapt,
mhm.
that's a good foundation, I think.
Yeah, yeah, no, and I love what you said about just like you have to understand the context of what you're saying. And I feel like Brian would tell us that all the time of like,
Yeah.
do you like, but like, do you understand like why you're saying it? Do you understand
Right.
like why like you are having this reaction to whatever is happening in the scene? Because it's like if
Yeah.
you don't understand that, if you don't
Yeah.
understand those like basics, then you don't understand the scene and you're
Yeah.
probably not going to act it out. Like I think even if you're a good actor, like sure you can fake it till you make it, but like
Yeah.
it's not going to have like that truthfulness in
Right.
it.
I remember specifically that, like, don't lose the context of it because Dominic said that to me when we were on
Mm.
set.
Mm.
Because I had said to him, I was like, there's just one line that I keep swapping the words. And he was like, oh, it's fine. Like, you don't, as long as you don't change the context of the scene. And I was
Mhm.
like, that makes sense. I understand exactly what you're saying. Because
Yeah.
me flipping those two words didn't really matter. And it's not something to like throw a big fuss about.
Mhm.
If you're missing, two words, like as
As
long as
long
the
as
context is
the
there.
meaning is that your intention, like what is supposed to be happening in the scene,
Literally.
is still getting across.
Then that's fine.
Yeah, and it's like, and it really does make a difference. Like, it's funny because even in class or like on set or something, like if there's like a line, there have been times where there's been a line like I did not understand. Like for the life of me, I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't understand what I'm saying, and I don't understand why I'm saying it, so I don't understand how I'm supposed to be saying this.
Right. Right.
But then it's like if Brian or if the director would say something, and literally all it takes is like that one key word of like
Yeah.
for everything to click into place, and it's like
Literally.
suddenly it's like, oh, now I see the picture, now I
Yeah.
see exactly what it is I'm doing as an
Yep.
actor. And it's like it's such a good feeling when that happens, because then you like
Yeah.
you it feels like you can really like get into it.
And then, okay, that's another point that you have to know the right questions to ask because
Hmm.
most likely, especially at the level that we're at, the people around you are probably pretty collaborative. So, in terms of like, if you need something from them, if you're not understanding something, you can ask and say, I just did that in my rehearsal. I was like, is she asking this person this question because she knows they know the answer? Because I'm
Hmm.
not quite understanding. And that can change everything with how you deliver the line.
Yeah.
And, we talked about it. And so understanding that when you need the answer to that question, you need to ask it so that you don't
Hmm.
just say it just to say it. Because people can tell. People can tell when you're just saying a line and you don't know what you're saying.
Oh my god, have you ever been watching something and you
Yep.
can tell when the actor's been fed the lines?
Yep. Can I also tell you where
Magic.
else that shows up?
Hmm.
In customer service.
Oh.
When you get someone that clearly is working off of a script And like most recently I've seen it in a clothing store. And you know the like the credit cards and stuff, the shield to give. Here's the
Yeah.
thing. If you don't know why you're saying something, people are going to pick up on that and they're most likely going to take offense because they're going to think you're being deceptive.
Yes.
So, and that translates into acting where someone thinks that you're not being genuine, they can't get into the show,
Mhm.
they don't like it. Now you've ruined everyone's performance.
Yeah, yes, no, literally,
You-
because it's a
Yeah.
domino effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, no, it like literally hurts my heart. Like in some or like when you can tell like they just like cut in that scene just because like maybe who knows, so whatever happened behind these, but like, you can tell like they just like imposed it, and it's like that doesn't feel, it doesn't flow as seamlessly with the rest of what's happening. You know, like it's just like you said, it's just it doesn't have that genuineness
right.
to it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Mm,
hmm
mm.
Well, okay, so we were just talking about bad performances, but what's a great performance that you've seen this week?
Oh, great segue, first off. That's a 10 out of 10
Period.
segue.
We're getting the hang of it.
Also, our minds, because I was literally like, wait a second. um, I legitimately prepared for this, and then I just like it left my brain. No, I have it. Okay, a vertical short. Fuck one of our
Really?
friends, Christopher, because we were texting and he mentioned something about a vertical short and he put it back on my phone. My algorithm picked it up and they started showing me vertical shorts, right? So I
Okay.
may or may not have been binging them, whatever. But I was watching this one. Don't ask me what it was called, girl. It was a hot mess. All I know is
Girl,
a mess. A mess.
but I need it.
I injected into my fucking veins. But I was thinking about how like the bad girl, like the villain, like you know, like the
Yeah.
antagonist female character, whatever the bitch.
Yeah.
She was eating it up. She was eating that shit up. I mean, I have to give my tens where they are due because I was like, damn girl, like okay, you understood the assignment and then some.
I love a baddie that can give
Mm-hmm.
villain. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like
Yes.
that's like whoever the character or whoever plays the character. Oh, what's the Snow White villain? The
Evil
stepmom.
Queen.
Is
The
that
Evil Queen.
what her name is?
The Evil Queen. I mean, I think she has like an official name, but literally nobody knows it and nobody calls her that. She's just the Evil Queen.
Every time I see like her walking around the park,
Yes. Oh my god, I love her bad. Did you hear what happened to her? Like they so I think I don't know if she still works there because like Disneyland, I think is where she works. They like did something in their contract and I think it's all comes back down to capitalism. They don't want to pay their workers. But something about perform I can't remember. Like but side characters like that aren't walking around the parks anymore, essentially.
that's
Short of
crazy.
it. And yeah, no, that's actually bananas.
That's crazy because she gave me life.
I mean, she's so phenomenal.
And she stayed in improv, like
Mm-hmm.
those are the real like
Put a button in improv. We gotta talk about that next week.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Girl, okay, we can totally talk about improv. But okay, a performance I was just watching, I was rewatching The Walking Dead clips.
Oh,
Only.
period.
But do you remember the tainted meat scene
What,
where Bob, he had gotten bitten by a walker
is
and
this the
the
governor
kid.
storyline? This was happening during the governor, right?
No, I think this was
No,
before.
fourth.
I think this was Terminus. Do you remember Terminus? The
This term
cannibals?
wasn't that the governor storyline?
I
Was that
thought
not the
it was,
governor storyline?
girl, like I said, only clips over here. Haven't
Okay,
watched the full
okay,
season in a while.
that's
But
fair. It's been years
yeah,
actually. Okay, so tainted meat. I'm trying to remember. Okay, keep
he
going.
got bit, but they
Mhm.
didn't know it. So they cut his leg off to like eat because they were cannibals. And then he wakes up and
Bob the black guy, right?
he wakes up and the way, by the way, the way he screamed, like amazing, by the
Mm-hmm.
way. Like I'm so enthralled by that performance.
I'm gonna have to go
Amazing.
watch it again. I haven't watched The Walking Dead in literally years.
That girl, that clip.
Yeah. Okay. Period. I'm gonna have to go look it up. Bob tainted. I do remember because they didn't know he was bitten and they were
Yep.
eating him. And
Yep.
because there was like that gang that were like, they were in the woods or
Yep.
something, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, their reactions to it as well, because after he screams that, they're like visibly nauseous because they just ate like they think they're gonna die. The one kid is like, "What did we just do?"
Yes.
And to see that shift, because they were okay with eating a person, but eating a person that was infected, like everyone in that
That's the
team,
line.
yeah, yeah, they ate that. They
Mm-hmm.
ate that. That's
Okay,
crazy.
period. I'm gonna go look that up. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
love it. Well,
Well,
guys.
thank you guys for tuning into another episode. When this airs, it'll be 2026.
Oh my god,
So
that's actually crazy to think.
happy New Year. And we'll see you next week to talk about improv.
Yeah, let's put a button in it.
Yeah. I'll put a button in it. I love that. That's funny.